Hey guys, Luke with Cycles and Sleds here. So we just got our brand new 2023 Polaris boost in, one of three. So I want to take the time to kind of go over, what changes did they make on the 2023 as for the clutching, what our clutch kit is, what it offers and what it does, how we do some of the research and development of how we build and put this clutch kit together. So everything's pretty much custom. A lot of the stuff is made in-house or made locally here at local machine shops and whatnot that we use. So we're going to start on the difference, the 2023 boost. So we're going to go here with the weights. This year on the 2023 boost, they are running a 14 series, same as last year, but in a 76 gram weight. Last year they were running same 14 series, but in a 78 gram weight. That's also with the helix change as well. Last year they were running a 44 degree helix, and that's also a multi-angle helix. This year they're running a 46 straight helix. I'm a little curious to see if they have pulled a little bit of power where they're only running a 76 gram weight. I mean, obviously, they're running a little steeper of a helix on the top end. It's going to change their weight a little bit, but I'm curious to see, if they've detuned them just a hair. Springs are the exact same as last year, and other than that, pretty much everything else with the sled. I know they did some programming stuff, so it'll be interesting to see. I've spent a little bit of time on the sled. I actually did, what's funny is I did test with a straight 46 last year, also with a straight 48. I'll probably test about every angle that you could possibly come up with. They did, make a right step forward in some regards as far as the, the top end, and then they kind of stepped back a little bit, I think, on the actual delivery, the power delivery to the bottom end of the sled. It feels good, it feels revvy, it feels snappy, but it's actually not relaying that power down to the track as quick as what they were with the last year's helix. So one thing that I'd like to go over is our 2022 boost clutch kit. I think the 23 is going to be pretty much identical. We might tweak some things. I'm going out and testing this tomorrow, and then I'm going to wait for our other two boosts to show up that are identical to compare our clutch setup with the stock clutch setup, because we obviously want to be making pretty big improvements. If we didn't, we want to sell it. So the background on R&D, first we got to come up with a weight that's going to fit inside of the clutch. One of the things that we always like to do here at Cycles and Sleds, we like to run a decent amount of tip weight. I mean, you don't want to run too much tip weight, but you want to run a decent amount of tip weight to get that belt pinch. And then we also go through and we do a lot of profile changes to kind of find the best profile change that what we want, and then the weight placement in the weight. So our biggest thing that we're doing with these clutch kits is designing these clutch kits for the rider that is technical terrain, steep technical, treed in, tight trees. We're not really making this just to be super fast on the top end. You're doing the opposite of that, and we want to optimize the bottom end as good as possible. We want all that throttle response instantaneously, and that just really helps you ride the technical stuff way better. That's kind of what we design our clutch kit around. That's kind of what we base how we build our clutch kit. So that's our custom weights. We have our primary spring and our secondary spring, and then we also have our custom helix. Out of everything that I've spent time on, I probably spent the most amount of time on the helix and our weight design. The springs are relatively, pretty quick and easy. One thing that we do run that I really like is our helix. It's just a single track helix, works at all elevations, works really good, and it's also lightweight. So this helix weighs 2 ounces less than this helix and 6 ounces less than your stock twin track helix. And I'll talk a little bit about this more later. Other than that, we have our clutch kit. So with our clutch kit, you get our custom weights, custom helix, and our springs. And then we also have our lightweight stuff where we use a lot of ZRP that works really good. This isn't, like a necessity to do with the clutch kit. It's just kind of like a cherry on top. Just gives you a little bit more bottom end throttle response. That will kind of show you on the scale, what the weight difference is between our clutch kit, the lightweight clutch kit, and the stock clutch kit. So with that, we're going to talk a little bit about twin track helixes. I really like the twin track helix, especially mainly just for testing stuff. It's nice to have, 2 different tracks with 2 different numbers, 2 different degree cuts that you can swap over on the mountain, kind of test them back and forth for testing. Makes it a little easier. Don't really like that you got to change out the rollers. You got the small rollers back in it, and it also adds quite a bit of rotating mass to your sled. that's kind of the twin track helix thing. I find that, you know, pretty much once you get the right track helix, you set it, you forget about it, you leave it, you don't really mess with it. So that's kind of like what we do with our job is we find the right track that works ideally, cut it, send it out, you just install it, go ride it. You don't have to worry about messing with it, flipping it or whatnot. That's pretty much it. We're gonna get this stuff on the scale, kind of show you the weight differences. Scale's zeroed out. I'm not gonna wear weights, not gonna wear springs. That stuff weighs the same as stock. We're gonna go over our lightweight stuff. So basically what we're gonna weigh here is our CNS tuned lightweight helix. This is ZRP secondary cup roller bearing. We're gonna weigh our titanium pins and bolts, also from ZRP. They're just down the road with us. Have a really good relationship with them. They do awesome stuff down there. Gonna drop that on 1 pound, 12 ounces. Gonna drop that in there. 1 pound, 14 ounces is what our lightweight kit weighs. Now we're gonna weigh stock weight and pins, stock secondary roller, and stock helix. So you can see here, without the pins, we're already 2 pounds, 6 ounces heavier. So stock stuff weighs 2 pounds, 12 ounces, so we're basically losing 14 ounces of rotating mass, almost a pound of rotating mass, which is huge. So that's also available with our clutch kit. It's not a necessity. Clutch kit works amazing without it. This is just kind of a cherry on top of our clutch kit. We're excited for the 2023, see what we can do with it, kind of see the gains. Kind of what I felt with the stock clutching versus last year's clutching is I felt like they got a little more rev, but not as much pull. You know, running that, that 64-degree helix up high is just upshifting the sled really fast and getting the power to the ground quicker. Stay tuned, we're gonna have some, real world videos of the 2023 boosts, the stock ones versus our CNS performance clutch kit, and then we're going to get into the reflashes, your stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 from your Silver, your Bikeman, your Ibex tunes. We've all found they all work really great. It's kind of depends on which company you want to support. This is not available for the 2023 yet. I still want to go out, I want to validate it, make sure everything works 100% and you guys are 100% satisfied. So we'll do kind of an update video, let you know when we're releasing that. And the 9R right around the corner. So if you guys have any questions, give me a call. My name is Luke with Cycles and Sleds. Phone number is 435-563-6280. See you on the snow.